Hi, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live number 11 with my guest, Melissa Crochets with Love.
Hi.
And we have Miss Connie and Ivy here. Hi, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
And I could see you in the chat. I was like, I saw you talking, and I'm like, you need to get up
here. I was trying to upload the laptop.
Yeah. But you made it.
Yes, I'm here. I wasn't missing today for anything.
Oh, yeah, Connie's on new medications. How's that working out?
Hi, Connie. Hi, Ivy.
So how are you, Ivy and Connie?
Yeah, Connie, I hope the medication works well with you.
Says we got 3 people so far.
That's what I see over here, too.
Upsetting your stomach. Yeah, that's one of the side effects. I read on it.
That's the worst feeling when you're nausea.
Mm-hmm. I'm a baby when it comes to nausea or tooth pain.
Me too. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. Give it a couple of more minutes and wait for people to get in here.
Absolutely.
You're welcome, Connie. My grandmother used to take that one, and she couldn't handle it. She had to get it switched.
Nausea is one of those things that it just, unlike, headaches can be bad and stuff too, but nausea is one of those things that it just, you can't do anything. You're just laying down, you can't eat, sleep,
Hi, Amelia.
Hi, Amelia.
I think that's how you say it.
Yep, that's Amelia.
How are you?
We're great, Kelly. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing pretty good. I just finished my second sock, so I'm very happy.
That's exciting.
First time knitting socks, so I was very happy to get the second one done.
I seen you, I think, last week showing the first one, and I'm like, go girl, because so if you got 2 done, I mean, you got them both done, you're good.
Yeah.
Hi, my twinsy. Life and Stitch.
Hey, Stephanie. Glad you can make it tonight. I know normally you'd probably be in bed by this time, so thank you for coming in.
Yes, absolutely. Kelly.
I hope you don't either. That would really be bad. I think Stephanie's going to be on my channel. I think on the 17th is what we said, right, Stephanie? The 17th.
Hey.
Let me see.
Thank you, Connie.
Yeah, the 17th, the Tuesday.
Awesome. I know I'll be on Connie's next weekend, next Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Me and my Life and Stitch of Stephanie, my little twinsy, we're like, it's so funny. We started the YouTube at the same time. Our lives are so parallel, and like when it comes to going on someone's live, it's like her then me, her then me.
I think you did pretty good the first go round.
I think she did too.
Well, we got 6 people in here, so I guess we could go ahead and ask a question.
Okay.
You want to ask the first one?
Yes, ma'am. Let me just pull this out. I just had it and it went away. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the first question is going to be vacation or staycation?
What's your answer?
I was reading over these. A lot of these, it's like it depends on the time and where, you know what I mean? I guess I would say staycation. Vacation's great, of course, but if I could just be home and not be bothered and, yeah, staycation.
Probably me too. I don't even really go into town. Right. My grandmother always asked me, "You want to go to town tonight or today?" Or no, not really.
Unless you have to, right?
Exactly. Hi, Chris. Welcome in. Yeah, that would probably be my answer to a staycation.
Yeah.
Connie wants a vacation. She's been staying home way too much lately.
So she's overdue for that.
Oh, Amelia says staycation also.
It's just there's so much you can do, with work and kids and whatever. If you can just get that time, you could do so much in your own home.
Yep. That is true.
And you save money that way. I mean.
Yeah. Hi, Karen. Welcome in. How are you tonight?
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Maribel.
Hi, Maribel. No, Twinsy. Uh-oh. Her Hobby Lobby isn't doing the dialogue clearance.
Oh.
Ivy.
Well, that's true. I think my grandmother would disagree because she works too much around the house.
So it's like not retirement so much when you're.
Yeah. I'm doing good, Karen. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing good too. Thank you. How are you doing?
One downtown is Monday, though. The day my surgery was rescheduled for. Oh, well, maybe they'll still have the clearance go on, after your surgery and after you've recovered a little bit.
Or unlike me, unlike us, I don't know about you, but me, I don't have Papa Stitches who likes. My Papa doesn't like yarn. Papa Stitches can go in there and buy that yarn for you, wife.
Yep.
He knows.
That's true, Stephanie. Get him to go get it.
Yep. He knows what he's looking for.
You're welcome. I'm ready. Let's ask another question.
Okay.
Would you rather owe money or owe a favor?
Oh gosh. I guess I would rather. I guess owe a favor. That's so hard.
I'd rather owe a favor. I'd rather owe a favor than owe money.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of your questions is funny because when I watch you, and I was reading these earlier too, a lot of them is like both, depending on the situation. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chris says owe a favor. Kelly says favor.
Favor.
Amelia says favor. Sometimes money is. Yeah, Kelly, I was just going to say, Kelly said, I have no money.
Right, they wouldn't be getting it.
We all have to keep what we can get right now.
Seriously.
That is too funny because we were in Hobby Lobby thinking about the yarn lady must think we're an old couple. Probably owe a favor. If you owe money, then they tend to think you owe them a favor too. True.
That's true. That's true.
Can I be honest?
I don't like anybody like having anything over my head. You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. Hi, Viviana. Welcome in. How are you tonight? Stephanie says, "Oh, a favor for sure."
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry.
I have nothing I'm working on. I don't have anything on my crochet hook, so I have no idea what I'm going to do now. I finished my second sock. I'm like, well, what am I going to work on next?
You have no whips either?
None. Well, one that I don't really want to work on.
Yeah. I got a couple of those. I want them done, but don't want to work on them.
Where's the end of this thing? I've showed it in past videos. It's my Tunisian knit stitch blanket.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This thing is 200 stitches long.
Is it?
It's Tunisian crochet.
Yeah.
It gets so boring, so repetitive. I'm just like, and it's part of my scorched earth challenge. I'm trying to get it finished, but I have not worked on it probably in a month.
I get like that with a couple of my projects too. And lately it's been with my blankets.
Mm-hmm.
Shawls are like, you know.
Yeah. Me either. I can't decide what I want to make. Yeah. I'll find something.
Stephanie heard my little, she's like, oh, my little sweetie. She probably heard my daughter.
Oh. Well, thank y'all.
Yeah, it looks soft too.
It is. It's made out of Karen latte cakes.
Oh.
Let me see if I can get the...
Oh, that's so pretty. That's pretty.
I've already used 3 cakes up, and I'm working on my 4th one, and then after that, I have 2 more to go. So I keep saying, oh, just work on 5 rows every Wednesday. It is so hard to get motivated to do that.
You look at it and you're like, next Wednesday.
Yep. Yes. And I don't pick it up.
Right.
Thank you, Maribel. Thank you, Viviana. It is super soft. I like it. And that was before I started that project, before I even knew how to knit. Because it looks like it's knitted, but it's Tunisian crochet. And I so wanted a knitted blanket. Now that I know how to knit, it's like...
I want the real thing, right?
Why?
You want the real knit stitch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to redo the tsunami because every time I tried it, it came out like my little pieces came out cute, but it was like so tight, so it starts to curl, and I hate that. So I'm like frog like 5 different ones. Sorry.
Chris.
How do you
I guess he's either, if he's on his phone typing, he's jumping back and forth in between 2 pages. Or if he's on a laptop, he's switching between the tabs. I don't know.
Probably. Me, I'll have my laptop, my phone, my tablet, and I'm like, in the weekend, there's so many people that go live, you know.
Yeah, just true.
Chris called Connie Sarah. I blame the alien.
Oh, that's funny. Just a little over 200. The beginning of the year, my blood sugar was fine. Yeah, Connie found out she was pre-diabetic, and so they put her on metformin.
Oh,
Let me know. I think that's what it was, metformin. My grandmother took that, and it really messed with her. And so she had to quit taking that. But it wasn't due to the nausea. It was like some other completely other stuff. But she's like, I'm not taking that stuff.
Right.
And they tried to put her on, I think, 2,000 milligrams or some crazy number like that.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It may work for some, and medications work so differently for everybody.
Yep. You don't know how that happened. Oh goodness, did you high in sugar before the test? Oh, eat something high in sugar before the test. Well, I think how they don't actually prick your finger at the doctor. They do some kind of blood work, but like they can test your blood sugar over the last 3 months somehow.
Yeah, that's weird.
Last time I went to doctor, my blood pressure was super high, and then yesterday super low. Really strange. Be very careful about that, Kelly. Keep an eye on it. Crystal, it's actually diabetes now. About 7 years ago, it was in the pre-diabetic stage. Oh, okay. I had misunderstood that for a little while, but I got it back down to normal range. Okay, Stephanie, that's what I was thinking of, the A1C. Because that's what they do with Momo. They test her A1C.
Yeah, and your blood pressure, any of that, is it high or low, it affects everything.
Yeah, it does.
Function daily, and I know Connie hasn't been feeling. She's had her ups and downs with, not feeling well. So
Yeah.
Connie, you're always in my thoughts and prayers, honey.
Aww. My uncle just had an amputation. Is due for 1 to 2 more from diabetes. Oh no. That is terrible, Chris. Stay away from bread, Connie. It's got a lot of sugar in it. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Well, anything that's carb-based turns to sugar. Because my grandmother loves mashed potatoes. She loves, mashed potatoes has starch. Bread, she loves her bread. Biscuits, bread, anything bread related. And I'm not a big bread eater.
Really? So yummy. Potatoes too. I love my potatoes. But that's how those things that you love are things that you either can't have, or they say you shouldn't have, or like you do. Oh.
Carbs and sugar, have to watch those. Yes. Because Momo's always talking about the carbs turn to sugar, and she eats like she don't drink coffee or she drinks, like, tries to drink decaffeinated tea, but she uses the artificial sweeteners. mostly Truvia, where it's the stevia sweetener instead of like Equal or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that uses the sugar in the house. I have 3 cups of coffee with 3 tablespoons leveled out of coffee in each cup.
Do you?
I'll probably end up being pre-diabetic, but
I like my sweets too. I use Italian sweet cream for my coffee, but I put a lot in. So.
And then I also use the creamer, and that has sugar in it. So
absolutely.
I'm drinking a Mountain Dew.
I was going to say that's my favorite pop is Mountain Dew, and there's so much caffeine and sugar in Mountain Dew.
46 grams of sugar, and this is a 12-ounce bottle.
I got the same right next to me, coffee and Mountain Dew.
Well, I got a little bit of water. A little bit.
There you go. Well, hey, it's better than the water I got, which is none. I don't drink water. Hubby's like, you got to start drinking water, clean your system out. I'm like, I know.
I usually drink about 2 to 3 glasses of water a day, and I know I should drink more because coffee is a natural diuretic anyway, and it flushes all the water out of your system. So I try to replace it with, a couple of glasses.
A couple of glasses of water.
Kelly says, my granddaughter went in for blood work, and they said she had high blood sugar. Come to find out, she snuck a candy bar. Chris, my aunt went blind and lost her leg from diabetes because she did not take care of herself. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. Chris says, I like my pop and soda flat. I'm weird, but Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew especially are really good cold and flat. Even though I rarely drink it, yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm actually drinking this Mountain Dew is she got some today, and I just grabbed one because I didn't have time to filter any water.
Right. Yeah, I love Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's usually my go-to soda when I have one, but I try to only drink, like, this will be the only one I drink today because that's enough caffeine. Plus the 3 cups of coffee, which actually the coffee that I have right now is half caffeine. So I don't get as much caffeine in the mornings as I normally do. So
you need that Mountain Dew.
I cannot do bottle Mountain Dew. Gotta be can. And you have to shake before opening. Oh, okay. I don't drink sodas at all. Haven't had it in like 7 years. Well, you want to ask another question?
Yeah. Okay, so Netflix or Hulu? I would have to say Netflix. I'm a Netflix girl. Out of the two, at least. Absolutely. What about you?
Probably Netflix also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching. Jeannie got me into. Everybody kept mentioning Manifest, and I have it on my list for Netflix forever. And I'm like, I went to go watch it like 3 times, and then watched like 10 minutes and got interrupted and just forgot about it. So Jeannie was mentioning it the other night, and I was talking with her, and she's like, crocheting and Manifest, what else can a girl want? And I'm like, that's right. So I started watching it, and I'm binge watching it now. I'm like,
oh, and you know the sucky thing? I love that show. I do.
Do you?
And they just canceled it after the 3rd season. They canceled it. People are fighting back, trying to get Netflix or Hulu or NBC to save the show.
Oh,
I was crushed. I literally cried when I found out they canceled.
Season 1, episode 14, I think I'm on right now. And so at the end of season 1, and it's really good. So I'm like, can't wait to watch more. But that stinks. I hope that somebody.
Yeah, it really was. In the very last episode of season 3, it was a cliffhanger, and that's how they ended the freaking show. I'm like, are you serious?
So then we're never gonna know.
unless
So it's almost like it's a waste of time watching.
You know how like Amazon Prime, they continue shows that other channels drop, unless they do that with Netflix or, you know, some company may pick them up.
Really?
I hope so, because I want to know what happens. They left it really hanging. I'm like,
oh no,
what are y'all doing?
That's
and they did it because of ratings.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
I think everyone's like watching it now, and that happens with the shows and stuff. Sometimes it takes a little bit for people to, you know, because right now I think I've heard like 6 people talk about Manifest in the past month, which made me go back to my list and start watching it.
mm-hmm. And it's supposedly number 1 on Netflix right now for the last, like, I think 2 or 3 weeks or something.
Really? Oh.
Or maybe the last month. I don't remember, but I know it said it's in the top like 5 or something.
Which should be telling them to come on. Continue.
Yep. Kelly loves that show also.
Yay.
Chris says, don't have any TV or Netflix/Hulu, just watch YouTube. Amelia says Netflix. Kelly says, dang it, they always cancel my favorite shows. They do, don't they? I was crushed when I heard they canceled Manifest, and we started watching. Me and my grandmother were watching that Debris, and it was about like pieces of spaceship they would find, and it was like I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but they canceled that show after 1 season. And that just ended, I think, maybe a month and a half ago. And then a couple of other shows I've noticed that they canceled after 2 or 3 seasons.
And I'm trying to think. I can't think off the top of my head of names, but there's been a couple shows that I remember watching in the past couple of years. Same thing. You get so invested and so much time invested into watching something, and you're like, same thing. They just kind of. Or the worst part,
Magicians was a good series.
The which one?
The Magicians. Did you ever see that?
No, but I heard it's really good.
It's good. I think it's on Netflix. You should watch it. They had 5 seasons. Then they canceled it at number 5. They kind of put closure onto everything, but they still kind of left it open in case maybe they might have a movie or something come out. And I think that would be kind of cool. But it was a really good show, and it's based off books.
Really? See, I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I don't like when there's been shows I watch where if they get like a little advance notice, they know that they're not going to be able to come out with another season or it's going to cancel or whatever. They'll like rush the ending. And it's like, wait a minute, you have like 10 different plots going. How do you rush 10 different plots closure in like 2 episodes?
Yeah. It's so true.
The worst.
I haven't even watched it yet. Guess I won't now. Which show are you talking about? Kelly, I mean.
Yeah. I know we brought up a couple, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's I get that way too. It's like hi Mel, welcome in. I get that way too. I get so into a TV show and then it's boom, they cancel. I'm like, what the heck? Are you crazy?
I invested all my time and I mean with crocheting too, I like to just like zone out, crochet, and just watch.
Another show I'm watching that's still in Debris. Okay. It was okay. It was pretty good. My grandmother was kind of like, this is not my kind of show. Hi, Mimi Cat Do. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great Friday night.
Yes, absolutely.
Firefly, yes. They canceled that show after 1 season too. But they made a follow-up movie at least.
See, this sounds familiar, Firefly.
Oh, it was a good show. It was early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, I know. I just can't think offhand. The name sounds familiar to me.
Have you ever seen the movie Serenity?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, Firefly is the TV show and Serenity is the movie. That's kind of like they canceled Firefly after one season, and it was kind of like a Western but kind of futuristic space type thing.
Okay.
It was kind of neat. It was really neat show. How are you tonight, Mel?
Hi, Mel.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ask another question.
Okay.
Hot coffee or hot tea?
Oh, hot coffee. Oh, you should answer. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
Hot coffee all day for me.
For me, mostly hot coffee. I usually try to get up about anywhere 7:30 to 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'll have at least 3 cups of coffee. And then if I did not have my third cup and it's in the afternoon, I'll make an iced coffee with it.
I'll do that sometimes.
But mostly it's hot coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. I like iced coffee. Well, you can make it at home, same thing too. But I prefer the same thing, hot too. If it's at nighttime on a hot day and it's like I need that boost of caffeine for the weekend or something, if I want to stay up a little bit longer, I'll do the same thing. I'll do like iced. We keep both going like this.
I know, it's like I don't know if it's the fan that's driving me nuts or if it's a bug in my hair, but I was out with the chickens earlier. We have a chicken with her eye that is messed up, and we were doctoring it. And then I had to come in and get ready for my live. But also, I think it's just I'm not used to having my hair in a ponytail like this. So.
Oh, that's definitely probably what it is then. But I keep doing it too. It's right where my ponytail is. At the same time we're both doing it, I see us.
All right. Well, Chris says hot coffee, and Stephanie says coffee. What flows through my veins? Connie says hot coffee with a biscuit. Kelly says just coffee. Amelia says
Cafe Bustelo.
Okay.
Bustelo Cafe. That's all I drink. But that was my I got me and Amelia. I got you, girl. It's so good. It's Spanish espresso coffee.
Oh, okay. Let's see. She also says, I just had some coffee. Yep. Connie wants to know how Tom and Oreo are. They're doing good. Last I saw Tom, he was laying out by the driveway sleeping, and Oreo was on the back patio sleeping. Oh. Viviana says hot tea and hot coffee. I like hot tea whenever my throat hurts.
Yeah. Yep.
Otherwise, it's iced tea.
Yeah, like tea.
And Kelly says, be right back. Okay.
Is Tom and Oreo your fur babies?
Yes. Yep. But Tom's more like my buddy. Oreo, she don't really like to be petted or held or anything like that. She's just like, leave me alone. Let me love on you when I want to love on you. Right. But Tom, he is the lap cat. He will jump in my lap the moment I sit down somewhere. Aww. Get in my lap, and he loves the attention.
He wants that. Oreo don't.
If I try to pet her and she don't want me to, she'll just turn around and bite me. She's like, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Don't pet me. Oh. Want me to ask the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So night or morning? So I would say Monday through Friday, morning person. Friday, well, Monday through Thursday, I guess. Friday night, Friday, Saturday night. If that makes sense to you.
When I was younger, about, late teenager, early 20s, I used to be a night owl. I could stay up, I'd wake up at 1 in the afternoon and stay up till 5 in the morning.
That was me too, yeah.
And now that I'm over 30, I don't do that anymore, and I can't. I used to could stay up 24 hours. I can't even do that anymore. Yeah, I'm done in about 13 hours is my limit, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go lay down now.
Yeah, I know. I think like the older we get, not saying that we're old, but like it just, when you sleep throughout the night and you wake up early in the morning, I just feel like I get more done, more productive. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I was up for all night long or 2 days sometimes, just, and then crashed. And I think back, like, how the heck did I do that? Because the thought of it now is like.
Viviana says nights. Stephanie says, pretty sure everyone knows that I'm not a night person by now. Used to be.
Yep.
Yeah, I know you go to bed early. Connie says, I'm usually up at 7 a.m. and in bed about 11 p.m. And Amelia says nights. Yeah, I used to work for our local theater as a part-time janitor on the weekends, and I would work overnight. So that's also where my, the nighttime staying up, sleeping in during the day came from too. So.
Yeah, because you have to get your body used to that regimen, to that routine.
Mm-hmm. I did that, I think, 3 years every weekend. Yeah. And sometimes it was a creepy place, man.
I bet. I bet. It's closed, you're cleaning up, because it was closed, obviously, right? You're by yourself.
I'll try to help you, Mel, but I don't know. Go ahead and ask it. I don't know if I can answer it, but if I can, I will. Most of the stuff that pertains to our chickens, we just look up too.
How many chickens do you have?
Well, at this time last year, we had 3 full-grown hens and then 11 baby chicks.
Oh, wow.
And then, hi, Mary, welcome in.
Hi, Mary. Hi, John.
Hi, Angela, welcome in. And then we had gotten rid of 1 female, and then the other 2 died, like not close together, but a couple months apart. So now we got rid of all the roosters in our flock because Mama can't stand the crowing. They crow in the middle of the night.
Dude, they're loud. That'd be crazy.
So now we're just down to 6 hens, and that were the babies. So.
Now, do you have a farm or just no?
No, not really. Just 6 chickens and 2 cats, and on 1 acre of land. So.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'd love a goat though.
Would you?
Yeah. We used to have some years and years ago. But it would help us not have to mow as much. Just kind of move the goat around, and he can eat the grass down.
Right.
Let's see. It's about a hen. She lays eggs, but her behind looks a bit swollen, and hangs down. It's something new to me, and she isn't egg bound. The area is soft. Let's see. How do you know it's not egg bound? Have you tried to put her in a warm bath water? Like in some warm water up past that point? Because if she's egg bound, that warm water will make her lay. If she is egg bound.
Does that mean like the eggs? Ooh, that was a fly. Like the egg bound, like it's bound. She's bound up with the egg. You're saying?
Yeah, it's like the egg is stuck in there and it won't come out. I don't know if that's what's wrong with Mel's chicken or not, and the only reason is because the one that has the messed up eye, she has not laid an egg in like 3 weeks.
Oh, and how often do they lay eggs?
Usually one every day, or every other day, or every 2 or 3 days. I mean, it just depends on what their breed is and how often they lay a year.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. I really do not know what else it could be.
The area is soft.
I'll make a note and I'll try to do some research and see if I can find anything on it. And what was I'm studying if it's because of the eggs she's laying, because her eggs are very large. It could be. Is she a very small chicken? Okay, so I will try to look up that, Mel, and if I can find anything on it, I will try to. I don't know if do you have an email on your about page? I can try and email you maybe the articles I find or something. All of our chickens are they seem still kind of small compared to the previous hens that we had. And they're all, them even look, they're a year now. Well, as of July 19th, no, 17th, they were a year old. And they're still a lot smaller than our other hens. And they've sometimes laid pretty big eggs. Hey, Miguel, welcome in.
How are you? Hit the thummies, guys. Guys and gals.
Wow, 75 chickens, 15 cats, 2 dogs, and 8 fishes. Okay, you do have an email on the about page. Okay. Oh, my pen quit working. That is a lot of chickens.
That's a lot.
Well, that's a lot of cats, too. I remember one time we had, I think, 12 or 11, 12 or 13, somewhere around in there. And that was still a lot to feed at one time.
I bet.
Miguel says, hi, Connie. I'm hot. Laugh out loud. I'm hot at getting a diet lemonade. Well, enjoy it, Miguel.
Sounds good. I'm holding Allie.
Hi, Allie.
A lot of people have chickens and hens and roosters.
You have 5 hens that are 3 years old, a rooster, and 4 chicks born in May. Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing Abner. He is a little tiny rooster, but he has a real loud crow. I mean, you wouldn't think that crow came out of that little bitty rooster.
Really? Oh. I feel like that would just be so much, even one would just be so much work. Like we have coral reef tanks. We have like saltwater fish and corals, and hubby does all that. That's just too much for me. But that's just fish and corals. But I'm like hens and roosters. It's got to be difficult.
Well, not to me.
No, because you're probably used to it.
Well, all you do is just give them feed and water every day, and then kind of let them out. Well, we don't let them roam around free without supervision because we have hawks, and hawks just swoop down and take that chicken. Yeah. So we have them in like a 10 by 10 caged in area, but it's big enough for 6 that it's not crowded, and it's taller than me. So, and I'm like not even 5 foot. So
right. So they got room.
They have plenty of room, and then when we let them out, we let them into a bigger run, and they can just go to town eating all the grass and bugs that they want.
Oh.
And Miguel has a Chihuahua and a Maltese.
Nice. Oh.
My rooster Abner is like a road runner.
Best. Thank you, baby. I bet you do.
Oh. The cats eat your chickens, or the chicks, or the eggs, or what do you mean?
I think she said it's a lot of work, and the cats eat a lot, but I just love them. I think she's just saying eat a lot of food.
Oh, okay.
She's like, wait, your cats eat your hens.
Well, the funny thing is, Tom will actually go out there and sit when they're running around in their bigger pen with the grass. Yeah. He'll sit there and just watch them inside the pen with them.
Oh, and he won't
do nothing.
Mel's like, no. Like, no. They eat a lot of food. Well, that's good though that Tom doesn't bother the hens and stuff. Yeah, and Oreo just runs away from them. No. She don't want anything to do with the chickens. Last week, one of my Buck Orpington's hens went MIA last Tuesday, but yesterday at 6 a.m., she was back in the hen yard. I think she flew the coop, then went to roost in a tree for over a week. She had to be up in a tree because we have coyotes. Oh. That's scary.
Yeah, at night, chickens and roosters, chickens in general have a tendency to want to get high up at night.
Really?
Away from dangers on the ground. So their normal reaction is get up somewhere high. So I bet that's where she was.
That natural instinct, yeah. Survival. Welcome back, Kelly.
Welcome back, Kelly. But the cats are great hunters. My cat actually walks around them and don't harm them. Well, that's good. Tom's the same way, but if he gets like within a foot from a chicken, he runs off. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone.
Oh.
We had a coyote after our chickens last night. Oh no.
Miguel.
She knows who butters her bread, so she best apron. That's funny. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask another question.
Okay.
City or countryside?
You want to answer first, or?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a city. I've been a city girl my whole life. Like I moved. Now I live in like a. It's not a city, but I live. The city's not far away, right there. So I guess, yeah. City girl.
I've lived in the city and we're not in like woods, but we are like on the outskirts of the county.
Yeah.
So I would have to say countryside.
I knew you were gonna say countryside.
I never had a problem with rats, mice since I have the cats because the chickens tend to attract the mice. Countryside for her. For Mel. Mary says countryside. I live in the city and hate it. Oh. Connie says I prefer in between.
I get.
Kelly says country girl always and forever.
Because I kind of live in. I'm not like in the country. I'm not. It's still the city, but it's more like not like. I know what Connie's saying. It's like in between the country and the city. That's where I live too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Country girl is weird. Oh, have fun, twinsy. Love you.
Aw.
You have a great night. Give Gavin a hug for me. Love you.
Bye, Stephanie. Have a good night. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Yes, thank you. Oh. Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard my grandmother pull up. She ended up coming home. Like my mom, my grandma, and my brother all went to town this morning. And then they came back this afternoon. Mama lay down for a nap. And then she went right back to town. And I'm like, okay. But I thought I saw her car pull in. I guess not, because I don't hear her.
How far is town?
If you see me looking like this, I'm looking out the window.
No. Is that Mom?
But she'll be excited. I was making the socks for her.
Oh.
And because they're too big for me. So I gave her the first one. She's had it this whole time after I finished the first one. And now she'll come home and both of them are sitting on her bed. Both of them are done.
She'll be excited.
Yeah. And since it's superwash merino instead of just regular 100% wool, hopefully it won't bother her.
Yeah.
When I finished the first one, I said, here, put this on your foot and see if it bothers you or make you itch or anything. And she wore it for like 30 minutes and it didn't bother her.
Oh.
So maybe superwash merino, is okay.
Does wool normally bother her? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, superwash must be the gem. Want me to ask the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So rich and famous or rich and unknown? Rich and unknown for me all day. Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Yep, that's my mom, Tammy Ordway.
Hi, you're like, wait, Tammy, that's my mom.
And then Angela goes, hi, Crystal. How's your mom doing? Well, she's right there. She's doing good, Angela. I would have to say rich and unknown, probably. Even though it's like, a lot of people know me on YouTube, but that's not like being a famous movie star or something. They have different, they got to have bodyguards and all that.
You can't go anywhere. You can't scratch your butt. No, I'm not saying it like, but you can't do anything in privacy. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Paparazzi following you everywhere you go. Yeah,
if I had people with cameras following me around all the time, I'd be like, I'd punch them in the face. I'd be like, get away from me and leave me alone. I want some privacy.
I'm telling you, I'd be the same. Like, get a life, let me be. I'm like, I hear someone yelling outside. What's going on?
My mom says rich and unknown. Connie says rich and unknown. And Amelia says rich and unknown.
Everybody said the same, yep.
Yeah, who would want to be rich and famous?
Right, and you think about it, a celebrity can make the same, we're all human, we make mistakes in life, some bigger than others, some, but a celebrity can make the same mistake as one of us people who aren't, we're all somebody's, but not saying it like that, but we're not, a celebrity. But it's like, OMG, they did this, and it's like, well, half the world did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mel, she had asked, would you rather be famous, rich and famous, or rich and unknown? Hi, Lisa, the Grammy, scattered all the way. Welcome in.
Hi, Lisa.
That is a mouthful, just like my name, too.
My 13-year-old was like, what's her name? So I'm telling her, and she goes, Mom, just text it to me. When I was telling her about your name, like you're live for tonight, she was like, just share the link with me. I'm not gonna remember that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Usually people called me the chicken and crazy cat lady, or the cat lady, or the yarn chicken cat lady. So not everybody can remember it, but it's fine. It really is. It doesn't bother me. Right. I know it's a mile long.
I'll remember all the words that are in it, but I always jumble it up by accident. Yeah. I do.
But at least it's unique, Yeah. That's what I wanted. I wanted unique.
Absolutely. Yeah. But if I know that when you type it in anyways, even if you put it out of order, you still pop up.
Awesome. That's good to know.
You do. I was trying to because I was on my daughter's phone on her YouTube. So she's not subscribed to you, and I was trying to put your name in, and I'm like, I don't remember it by heart, because on mine I'm subscribed to you. So I put in, and it definitely was not. I put Crystal. I think I forgot Yarny. Crystal, Crazy Cat Lady, something like that. And you are the number one that popped up. I was like, there she is.
That is awesome.
Yep.
I think oh. All right, so the next question is a smartphone or a tablet?
Smartphone, I guess, because you can do the same thing. It's up. You can call and watch whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. I would. This is going to be cheating. I would have to say neither. I'd rather my laptop.
Me too. Not an option, Crystal.
Well, then I would have to say tablet because it can act more like a a computer.
But then you can't call anybody. Well, you can still message or.
On my phone, I can't call anybody anyway. It's just I just use it as a camera, so and on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So then, yeah. It'd be I guess I'd pick a tablet too then if I was you.
Kelly and Lisa both say tablet. Mary and Mel both say smartphone.
Your mom.
Connie says smartphone, but I'm still trying to learn how to use it. Amelia says tablet, and my mom says my smartphone. Phone, my smartphone. It's large. Yeah, she has a huge phone. I mean, it's at least probably like that long. Seems like that's my remote.
So her phone is like a tablet.
But it's like it's huge.
So she's already got a tablet for a phone, so she doesn't need the tablet.
Well, I mean, it's probably 2 sizes bigger than my phone.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, the sun going down over here.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of daylight left here.
It's 8:30 here. We have a little bit, but in here I can tell it's starting. The light was going like. Woo.
Yep. That's why I already have my big light on in the living room. Because it's already kind of dark, but I mean, there's a little bit of light, not enough.
Is it? What time is it? Hi, sis. Yeah.
I have to have a large phone so I can see. I have 2 tablets, but the phone is easier to hold.
Yeah.
How are you tonight, Jeannie? Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, sis. How are you?
Lisa, oh my goodness. I am crocheting with the buzz. Just finished a 32-ounce strawberry margarita. Goodness, I hope you don't mess up on your crochet.
She'll look back tomorrow after frog like 6 rows. I hope not.
I hope not either.
That would be horrible.
Okay,
Hi,
Mel.
Sweet friend Jeannie. Love you. Bye, Mel. Yeah, it's been hot here all day today, too. We went from like 3 weeks of rain to like 85, 90s this last couple of days.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it was like about 90 today.
Was that?
Yeah. But I don't think the humidity was too bad because it wasn't too humid hot outside. But I know we probably have more humidity than y'all end up doing.
Yeah.
I think because of our coastline that we're by.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think yours is definitely, your humidity is higher than ours, too. Yeah, get your rest.
Yeah, rest up, Jeannie.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Want me to ask the next one?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. Passenger or driver?
Driver.
Yeah, I'd say driver too. Driver. Oh, God.
Not just thunder.
Talking about humidity and heat.
Man. Or maybe it was somebody driving really fast, but I didn't see anybody go by. I'm just saying, man, it sounded like thunder a little bit there. Kelly says driver. Connie says passenger.
Or she's the passenger seat driver. She'll drive me crazy.
Passenger now, but driver years ago, driver only. Yeah, because after her stroke, she don't trust herself behind the wheel. It was thunder. I thought so.
So you might get that rain.
Yeah, well, it's not rainy that way, but I don't know about in the backyard. Well, I don't know if I finished my sentence or not, but I was saying ever since her stroke, she don't trust herself to drive. So she don't drive. She hasn't even tried to drive after her stroke.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
But she's come a long way. She really has. She could not crochet right after the stroke, but she's taught herself how to recrochet. And it used to, her crochet stitches were so tight, she could not get the hook in to the stitch.
Really?
But now it's a lot better. She's able to crochet a lot looser than what she was doing beforehand.
I think you guys were discussing that the other day when I was going to come on, when she was with you. She looks so pretty. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh.
But she was talking about her crocheting and how she used to after the stroke. Same, yeah. Like you said. It's you have to like retrain and reteach yourself so many different things because it affects your brain. You know.
Yeah.
Your body is so weird and crazy.
Yeah, she has overcome a lot. She ended up. Excuse me.
Like, I'm gonna give my daughter her flowers.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, I tried to help her. You know, like because she used to wrap her string. I don't even have an extra piece of string. She would wrap it around her pinky twice, and then wrap it around her pointer finger twice.
Really?
And she had way too much tension on it. And so I said, just weave it over your pinky, under, and then over your finger, your pointer finger, and just kind of hold it like that. And she's able to crochet with it a little better.
Sorry,
but her and my brother were doing like exercises. They found some online because she didn't have insurance, but she found exercises to work her muscles. And it was within the first 4 months that she had to get everything going, because that's when your brain starts relearning things and it starts healing. So she had to do a lot of work within those first 4 months, but she did pretty good.
That's awesome. It's awesome that and you guys helped her and your brother, because like you said, I think that's the time that is most important. You know what I mean? She looks so good. She does. She looks amazing. And she's lucky she has you guys. You know.
She's real hard on herself, but I'll tell her, you know, it's okay. You got a condition. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Don't be so hard on yourself. And she kind of slacks off a little bit, but then sometimes she'll get back to where she gets hard on herself. And I'm like, no, don't do that. It's okay.
Right.
Remember, it's a condition, you know. But she's done real well.
Oh. And I'm inside. Sorry, guys.
Was that somebody's motorcycle?
Yeah, I live right near the expressway. Like,
okay.
But it's like there's a stop sign like 3 houses down, and at nighttime there's motorcycles that will come through, and they would rev their engine at the stop sign. If my girls are sleeping, I'm like, really? I want to go out there and just kick you up. Not really, but sorry about that.
It's okay. You can't control that. That's what I was trying to think. Yes, after 4 months, your brain doesn't connect with the affected side of the body. So she had to try to retrain everything before the 4 months.
Oh, wow.
Mary said, I've seen her on a couple of your lives and never would have guessed that she had a stroke. Yeah.
Yeah, me.
She's done real well. And there's still times that she'll limp a little with her left foot.
Yeah.
But like if you watch her smile, she's like, with my crooked smile, you know, she'll always bring that up, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
Right.
it was really bad when, like, the day after the stroke, it was like you could tell.
Yeah.
But that's not even as bad because she was doing exercises with her mouth to try to work those muscles.
Yeah.
So, and Mary says, I have neighbors like that too, Melissa, and react the same way.
Oh, at least you know what I'm going through. Sorry. I know. I'm like, I'm sorry. It was loud. I know, Lisa. Amelia, passengers. I don't drive.
Well, then, Amelia, you get pampered and chauffeured around then.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question is camping or glamping, which that's like glamorous camping.
You said camping or glamping?
Uh-huh.
Camping.
Same for me. If you're going to go out in the woods or camp somewhere, you might as well do it regular old-fashioned way.
Absolutely.
If you don't put the work in, you won't get better. You have to have the desire to get better. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry to hear that. My mom had a major stroke and then a bunch of minor strokes and seizures. She can feed herself now, but can't walk.
I'm so sorry, Lisa.
Connie says glamping.
See, I thought Connie would have said camping. But no, maybe not with Mama, but just my mom, she's glamping. She's right now in her RV, but it's like she's got a garden out there, and I'm like a flower park,
Lisa and Kelly both say camping. And Mary says, I've never been, so glamping. Connie says, me scared of snakes. I'm the one that kills the snakes around here.
Do you? Oh.
Yeah. There was one year we saw, I think, like 23 snakes in like 3 months, I think, during the summer.
Oh, gosh. I would be so scared to even step foot outside. Snakes, spiders, I'm good. Yeah, me too, Mary. Me too.
Yeah, the ones that I don't like are scorpions. I can walk up to a snake and kill it, like take a shovel and cut its head off.
Right.
But I mean, my brother won't do it. My mom can't do it. My grandmother would do it, but I'd rather
you do it
right. And then not let her get bit or anybody get bit.
Right.
But it's mostly the copperheads is what we have around here.
Right.
They are poisonous, but yeah. And then we had a rat snake, which is a chicken snake, also, as another name for them. Longer than me, about 5 feet long, and they were probably about that big around.
Oh my gosh! No.
When they're that big.
Oh, a rattlesnake in your garage. Whoa, Kelly.
Amelia says glamping. My mom says, yes, you do kill the snakes and you will keep killing them, please.
She's like, I want no part of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good thing. We've never come in contact with a rattlesnake.
So dangerous. We like to watch Naked and Afraid in the XL one, and some of the snakes and stuff on there, I'm like, I don't even know how they even agree to go out to these places, and because some of them snakes out there are like 30 feet long. You know, I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Lisa says, my cousin is a nurse. She has a big camper and a little camper, so she goes glamping. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Luckily, it got stuck to a glue trap and died. We have those like sticky traps by our front door, and that's where the scorpions will come in. We have the little brown ones. We don't have the big black crazy looking ones.
Oh.
But the little scorpions, they're about that long, and they're brown, like different shades of brown, and they'll come under that door, and we'll have the sticky pads there, and they'll just walk right on them, and then they'll eventually just die.
Yeah, I think those sticky pads have a smell to it too, so it kind of like it brings like the rodent to the sticky pad. Like, come here.
Yeah. Lisa says, just got my truck back yesterday. They found a foot-long pack rat in the engine compartment chewing the wires and hoses. Oh, no.
No.
I worry about my dog because of the rattlesnakes. I would too. That's the size of the scorpions y'all have. I don't even know what kind they're called, but let me see if I can look the name of it up. Yeah. A striped bark scorpion is what they're called. Well, I don't even like looking at the pictures of them.
Like, no, they just look
striped bark scorpion because they look like a tree bark almost. Ooh.
Oh yeah. She's like, ooh.
I don't. Those are the most things I'm afraid of out of anything here in Texas.
Spiders. Oh yeah, you're in Texas. You have a lot of those kind of. I'm in New York, so I don't really see those.
Come back, Mel.
Welcome back.
Yeah. In Arizona, they have the black scorpions. Those. I wouldn't want to be around those either.
Oh. Yeah, me neither.
You want to go ahead and ask another question?
Yep. Okay, so art museum or history museum? So I would have to say art museum.
That's kind of a tough one. But because I do like art, but I also like history. I guess I would have to go with history.
My hubby would be like history all day, not me, art. And my history is like the worst for me. Nice.
Yes, and we have the tarantulas. Oh, I don't like tarantulas though.
Yeah.
And black widows. I think we have black widows here.
My 13-year-old, her father has my ex. He's got tarantulas over there. He waited till I moved out. After I left, he brought. I'm like, thank God, because I'm not. Spiders and me are just like, I can't stand spiders. Period. The tarantula's big and hairy, and oh, it creeps me out.
Well, I think I saw my grandmother pull him. Yeah, I can hear the car. There was one time we had seen. Well, I had seen it looked kind of like a tarantula, but not as big.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but it was here in Texas. And I didn't think tarantulas lived here, so I think it was somebody's pet that may have gotten it at a pet shop or something, because it's the only one I've ever seen here.
It probably did. Yeah.
Mary says art museum. Connie says probably history. Kelly says history.
Your mom says history.
Mommy says history. Mel says history. And my mom says black widows. What? No, thank you. I don't think it's very common that we see a black widow around the house. We mostly have what is called wolf spiders, but
Oh, gosh.
those are just kind of creepy too. So
You see me starting to itch, right? I'm like itching my neck. I just thinking of spiders. They give me the weebie jeebies for real. My dog would be like, Mom, there's a spider. I'm like, call Dad. I'll get everything else. Any other bug, I'm fine. I'm not killing that spider. Call Dad upstairs.
let's see. Cooking or being cooked for?
I cook all the time, so being cooked for, I'm gonna choose this time.
I would have to say,
I mean, I love cooking. Don't get me wrong, but it would be like
I'd probably say reversed because Mama does most of the cooking, so I'll choose doing the cooking.
There you go.
Lisa says cooking. My mom says there was one in the shed a few years ago, but haven't seen one since. Mary says being cooked for. I can't cook. Kelly says I love to cook, but due to health problems, I'd rather be cooked for now.
Absolutely.
Well, we went through, I asked 7, and I think, or not 7. How many is that? 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Well, that's not too bad. We asked 12 questions.
Excuse me. Yeah, we sure did.
Mommy says, oh yeah, cooking. I may not like what some is cooking. And Mel loves to cook. Connie says it all depends on how the person cooks. If they can cook good, then I would prefer to be cooked for. If they can't cook, then I'd prefer to cook.
Con, you always got them perfect little answers where I want to change mine and agree to, and take her account. Like, yes, I agree. Because some people, like, I'm very picky with some foods, like I am. So when I see somebody, if you're at someone's house, you don't want to be rude, but at the same time, I can't force myself to eat certain foods. I don't know. Connie, that's perfect.
My mom says, ditto, Connie, I concur.
Everybody's saying that, yep.
Let's see, we're at 23, an hour and 23. Why don't we both ask one more and then we can wrap everything up?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so car or bike? Car.
Car.
I'm not riding no bike.
For sure.
Oh gosh. Car.
Maybe if I didn't have a car, then I would ride a bike. But that would probably be because I didn't have one.
But if you're putting a car and a bike in front of me, my butt's getting into the car. I'm not pedaling. Yeah. Right.
I do like to cook, just haven't been as much because of my lower back and hips. That's understandable, Connie. Mary and Lisa both say car. I know the road that we live off of takes us about 10 minutes to get to the gas station at the end of it.
Really?
There was a guy that rode his bike over here, and it took him like 2 hours to ride the bike. That would take us like 10 minutes to drive. So
2 hours later, he's like, no. Can you imagine that? My brother, he'll ride his bike anywhere, like anywhere. Somewhere where I'm like, you went from like a whole one city to another city on a bicycle. Like, I couldn't do it. No, I guess if I'm forced to, if you had no choice and you had to go to school or work or something, yeah. But
Yeah. Kelly says car, can't ride bike anymore. Connie says car, but I used to love riding my bike. My mom used a car emoji symbol, which I can actually see the emoji.
Yep, I can.
Sometimes emojis don't show up on my laptop.
Oh, really? Nice.
Mel says car, and my mom says, I don't know if I could ride a bike anymore. Well, we don't even have one for you to test and see if you could. All right, so my last question, a play or a stand-up comedy show?
Stand-up comedy.
Me too. I like Jeff Dunham. I think he's the only one I can think of right now, but I know there's like 2 or 3 others that I like, but he's the only one I can think of.
Right now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's more like he uses the stand-up comedy, but he has the puppets intertwined, you know. But
yeah.
The Fluffy, what's his name? Fluffy Ingalius, can't think of it. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I think I know who you're talking about. Hubby watches a lot of comedy, and I'll just sit back, and some of it just it cracks me up. Like I love laughing when you find something really funny.
Yes, Gabriel Iglesias.
Iglesias.
Yeah.
But
Mary says comedy. Lisa says comedy show, but don't sit in the front rows. Mary says, need all the laughs I can get right now with everything that's been going on with my dad. I hope he's doing somewhat better, Mary.
Me too, Mary.
Kelly says stand-up comedy. Connie says comedy show. My mom says stand-up comedy. And Mel says comedy.
Like everybody wanted to say, like the same.
Sometimes plays can be boring.
No, seriously. I went to Phantom of the Opera when I was in like 5th grade, and it was amazing. But I've seen other plays after that, and I'm just, it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. Absolutely not.
Do what?
Oh yeah, she's
talking
about Iglesias.
His name, Crystal.
She's talking about the stand-up comedian that you were talking about.
Oh yeah. I saw it, Mom.
Comedy.
She might be lagging behind. Who knows?
She might be. You said she's not home, so she probably is.
Well, she's home now.
Oh.
That was this morning. I talked to my aunt a few days ago, and she said the place is really nice with very attentive staff, and that although he'd probably rather be home right now, he can't with his condition. Oh.
It's going to be a very difficult situation.
Amelia also says comedy. All right, well, we got 1 minute till an hour and a half. Is there anything you'd like to say to anyone?
No, I just really want to thank you for having me on. I had a lot of fun. I do have a giveaway on my channel right now, so if anybody's interested, it ends on Sunday sometime. Sunday, I'll pull the name, but yeah, thank you all for coming and watching, and thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate you, sweetie.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you chose to say yes and come on with me.
Absolutely. It was fun. Definitely.
Lisa, my grandmother just got home. You want me to tell her you said hello? Mary says he has Parkinson's and is currently in Georgia in an assisted living facility. I think I remember you saying that before. You're very welcome, Kelly. Thanks for coming in and joining us. This whole time I realized there's no banner running across the screen.
Oh,
I didn't put it up. Wow. Lisa the Grammy says hello to you. She says hey.
Aww.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming in. Have a great Friday night. Stay safe. And I will see y'all all later.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.